Hey guys, Ethan here, back shooting some content here at Optishot's headquarters with my buddy Sean. He was complaining about having a little bit too low launch angle with this kind of longer iron, 7-iron, 5, 4. So we're gonna take a look at some of his ball flight data on the Galaxy here and see if we can get that up a little bit higher. Based on watching a couple of these, the launch angle is a little low compared to tour average and where we'd want to be. He's a good player. He's taken some money from me before, so this probably is gonna not benefit me in the most, but it's okay. We're gonna help him out. So enjoy the video. All right, so we're gonna collect some data and we're also gonna take some video here with the coach now. So we got 174 yards here, which is kind of a...
Just swing normal?
Yeah, just swing normal. Do your normal thing. I'm just gonna kind of get a good idea of what's going on. Yep, this is gonna tell me everything I need to see. Okay. Just a little left. Yeah, they're just kind of, yeah, they're low and divey. Low and left, yep. All good. A couple more.
Believe it or not, this is not a 4.
Yeah, right, no kidding. It's a little better. But that's you kind of like trying to save it at the end and maybe add a little bit of loft and then it kind of pushes. Yeah. Yeah.
That's my last second. I know it's going to go left, so try not to go left.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, that's the big miss. That's like the one. That's like the one where you're in the fairway and you're like scared.
That's the one that scares me.
Yeah, exactly.
I can hit a different club and get close to the green, but
yeah,
I can miss this club that bad.
Right.
Not saying I'm that good, but I should not miss a shot that.
No.
And that's the one that scares me right there.
Right.
That I can live with, not great.
Yeah.
Up and down that one usually. The one that I snap.
Yeah, that's as a good player, you shouldn't be really ever worrying about that.
And for the record, I'm in the 7-iron right now at a 6 launch angle.
Yeah, not ideal. So tour average launch angle for a 7 is right around like 15, 16 degrees. So right now you're about 10 degrees lower than that.
But as you can see, it's pretty low and left, so besides the one that I tried to save kind of, and
Yeah.
which obviously is not a solution.
All right, so no, definitely not. Okay, so big thing that I try to get every single one of my students to really understand is in the golf swing, you have to know where the toe of the golf club has to go, okay? And right now, when in your swing, the toe of your club is going a little bit too much this direction, okay? So we call this like an across the line position, and you can see kind of, you've seen this before, but a little bit too much that way, right? So it's pointing, we'll say, to the right of the target. Okay. But also when this happens, when you get this kind of over the top, across the line position, the face gets really shut.
Okay.
So that's basically from this point right here, you're not continuing to twist the toe back of the heel. You're kind of like doing it good to about right here, and then you're just kind of like whoop, and then no hand and arm rotation. And because of your grip, you have a little bit of a stronger grip, so you have to continue to feel this like twisting feeling. So the face is going to feel like you're really like cranking it open, but what it's going to do is it's just going to get the club in the backswing. It's going to get it going more this way, more like underneath your right shoulder, less like there. Because when you get here, the only place you can really go is straight down, and then the face is coming in so shut, and you're basically hitting more of like the leading edge of the club, not enough with like the back of the club.
Perfect. Hey, great, but that's so weird.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. So we're just going to get you to kind of feel a little bit more today of just getting that toe of that club. If you had like a laser on the toe of the club, you want that laser to be shooting like down just outside your left heel. Right now you're like here.
And like we were talking before camera, is that like dragging it back straighter? Would that help?
Well, you're doing good with that. You're doing good. You're here. You're good to here.
Okay.
But then this is where you go
That's
this
going
way
up,
instead
down,
of continuing to
up,
go
down.
around. Exactly. You got to go around more. Yeah. Yep. And because see, like you get right here, see you're good here. Like this is really good. I like
Okay.
this a lot. It's maybe a little bit inside, but I'm not too concerned with that. But then that's where it goes.
And that just goes straight up.
Straight up. Yeah. The club should never be kind of this way relative
So in
to your head.
terms of a simulator, I actually don't need that much space to swing.
No, you don't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't need much space behind you. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, because you can see like right here, as you're coming down into the ball, it's pretty steep.
There's just no
Like right there,
There's
we
no
want the
room.
shaft of the club to be like right there.
You know, I'm damn near straight up and down, aren't I?
Yeah, pretty much. And then it's hard. Like when you're coming in, look at the toe of the club. See how
Toe's
the
already
club?
here.
Yeah, the toe is already like this. So the only way you can really save it is by going that way, and then that's when you hit kind of way too far out right. Yeah. Yeah. So go ahead and set up. So you're going to be feeling as you're going back. You're doing good with all this to about right here. But this is where you just need to feel like you're taking the toe of the club and putting it right there in your swing, opposed to there. So it's just where does the toe need to go? That's what you got to ask yourself. And then from there, you can, as you're coming into the ball, once you feel like you've got the toe in a good spot back here,
Yeah.
now you're just going to feel like as you're hitting the ball, you're thumping more with the back of the club, less with like the stabby part.
Okay.
You don't want to like this to dig. You want like,
To bounce
you want it to bounce, exactly. You want to bounce into like, you want to thump the back of the club to that part of the golf ball. And you're like stabbing at it, but you have to because of how vertical, when your club goes up like it does right now, you're just stabbing the leading edge. If you go a little more around and then thump the back of the club at the inside part of the ball, you'll be perfect. Yeah, it's just really stabby. So 1 sec. But remember, don't overthink it. Just focus on where the toe needs to go. Way better. But see, now it's from there, that's a good miss, right? Because that's what you're going to feel with actually trying to hold that face open a little more. You're going to kind of get that little push. But 13.8 launch angle, we've already increased the launch angle. Yeah, exactly. What did that feel like?
Weird.
Yeah, good.
Honestly, the only thing in my mind right now is that I'm not the best. You know, or my game. I'm
Yeah, more
like
feel.
So
Yeah.
I'm literally trying to like pretend there's a wall behind me and I'm trying to hit it.
Oh, I like that.
Like,
Yeah,
Trying to extend it back
I
out.
like that. Just think, where does the toe need to go? .4 launch. That's way better. Better backspin as well. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, look at here. A little less tip this way, right? Like if you had a wall right here, it's like more this way of the
I
wall.
was way above.
Oh, you
that
were like,
line.
yeah, you were like over here more. Yeah. So now you're able to kind of thump the back of that club a little more. That's a lot better. And if you look at the data over there, I mean, we got 10.4 launch, but yeah, we want to be like 15 to 17 with a 7. So that's kind of where we're trying to get to. Yep. Let's do it again. Way better. 11.5. Good. Better backspin too. See that backspin? 5,400 opposed to you were like 35, 4,000. So that's going to have a way better chance of sticking. Yep. Remember, where does the toe need to go? Another really good one. See how we're getting the backspin up there now too? Look at that. Actually like grabbing. Yeah, that's way better.
See how to green?
Yeah, really nice. I'm not sure my bank account's gonna like this fix for you, but I think it's gonna be really beneficial for you. Yeah, Yeah, it's smoked. 12-degree launch. Yeah. So remember, the easiest way to think about kind of what you were doing and why you were having the problems you were having, just stand back by the Nova for me.
Yeah.
So as you were going back, you were doing good with the toe pivoting back of the heel to about right here. And then that's where the toe started going this way. So when the toe goes this way, what happens is the face starts to shut. Okay, so the blade or the grooves, it'll actually be pointing too much towards the sky. Okay, so we want from here, we want to feel like the toe of the club is pointing more down. Okay, and the grooves are pointing more at the wall opposed to, so see, like if I had a magnet on my club right now, that magnet would be pointing more over at the wall opposed to you were more here pointing up towards the sky. So, because when you're here, as you're coming down, it's such a dig with that leading edge opposed to when you're here, it's more this way.
The margin for error right there is just so minimal.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I mean, it'll work with like the wedges and stuff because they already have a ton of loft. But as the clubs start to get longer and longer, there's not a lot of loft there. Yeah, your miss is like, your margin for error is like this now. Where does the toe need to go? A little push. And that shot will happen if you're doing better with the rotation of the face, but you're still too vertical and not around enough.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that miss I can live with.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's at least on play.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and you are going to feel too when you're doing this that you are going to be a little bit less on your toes on the backswing, right? It's okay, like at your setup, maybe if you feel like you're towards your toes a little, but you never want to get towards your toes more in the backswing because then you're getting closer to the ball.
Right.
That might influence the direction the toe is going, right?
I feel like I do that. I've always had that big knee bend kind of.
Yeah, but I feel like that's because your body's going, just following the momentum of the club.
Right.
So if the club's going like this, your body's not going to go the other way, right? So where does the toe need to go? Just underneath that right shoulder. Just a little push to the right, but I love that launch. That's okay. And again, that's just because the club is still going up opposed to around.
Right.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But better face dynamics. Yes, correct. Good miss. We'll take that all day if that's your worst shot.
It's online, but.
You feel right. And this is actually going to be, because what you're currently doing in your swing is actually putting a lot of tension on your arm, because when you're coming in the ball, it's such a steep vertical angle that's a lot of shock for your hand, right? So by getting this flatter, more like serving the platter feeling, and then coming down shallower, it's going to be less like shock, and because the club's not going to be digging into the ground as much. Because you definitely take some divots. So we've played a lot of golf together. Mm-hmm. Love it. Yeah. Any questions or anything though?
No, I think the toe relationship is
Yeah, that helps.
what's making the most sense in my mind.
Yeah.
For my, such a field player, just kind of go and be like, that's something I can kind of concentrate on.
And the easiest way to think about the toe is I talk about the palm being the heel and the fingers being the toe. So this is basically the club face. So if you want to get the toe in the right spot, then get the fingers in the right spot. So that's why I like the palm to the sky feeling. Yep. Mm-hmm. Great shot. Love it. Good stuff.
Appreciate it.
That was cool how when we used the club ball, you kind of felt that little like, oh man, that's maybe like why I haven't been really doing that. Yeah. But I really think this is going to help you a lot with just not putting so much dig and so much force down. It's going to be more like shallower, right? Yeah. So cool. Awesome. So that was cool, just kind of showing you all the data that the Galaxy's given us with the launch angle and the backspin, and I mean, it was cool to see the improvements. So go check out Optishot, guys. They got some great deals going on right now for the holidays, and we'll see you in the next video.